Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel, Agonistic Gameplay. Today, we're checking out a game that I've been playing for a while, but I decided to make a video finally on it. Today, we will be playing Stormworks. Stormworks is a kind of like a sandbox game. You build stuff using pieces, of like engineering, taking engines, connecting exhaust, fluid ports, radiators, and making it to vehicles. And you got different types of engines, different types you can make, modular, whatnot. It's all a big source of thing. There's so many things you can do in this game. And if you're very creative, I definitely recommend you to try this game out. But further ado, let's get into it and let me show you some of the cool things that I've been working on. And this video is going to kind of turn into a little mini series where I'll be building this one helicopter. Hopefully this video doesn't take up too much of that process, and hopefully I'll be able to split this video up into 10-minute portions throughout this build. We'll see if it's one video or a whole mini series. So further ado, let's get to it. Alright guys, so this is the project I've been working on. This right here is a helicopter I've been working on, and it's supposed to be more or less kind of like a helicopter that you would see out on the forests or cargo. I don't know, it honestly is just that type of helicopter. I was gonna go for a coaxial system, but I think I'm gonna switch back to just a regular good old tail rotor and just real one prop. Right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make this wheel size here fit as kind of to make it the same size as some of these, or like get on the same level as you can see. Okay, so that's close enough. You want a little downward pitch, but yeah. So we step up here into the cockpit. As you can see, this thing is really bland, but I did smooth it out a little bit, and you can kind of get in the works of how it's going to look. Here we have an artificial horizon. I'm actually gonna move this down here to this slot here because I want to make it look as realistic as possible. And although it is realistic for these planes to have these, or I'm sorry, these helicopters, or just aircraft. Usually, if an aircraft is, usually when an aircraft has digital displays or like glass cockpits, as in this case, this would be more or less used as a backup, and basing it off an Airbus, A320, or just any Airbus cockpit. Usually, it would have them located right down there. We're actually just gonna put a tail rotor out. How are we gonna do this? I think we're just gonna get a pipe, and we're gonna get an enclosed pipe. We're gonna put the tail rotor right here, wherever it takes to cut all the way down and across. Oh, right there. Okay, so we're gonna take an angle. Put that there, straight, boom, straight, 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 angle or corner. Just gonna raise it back up. Boom, right there. Okay. For my sake, I'm going to put this there. Kind of make it pop out a little bit. Wait, it's a block. Boom. Okay, and straight pipe. So yeah, we have that there, and then we're gonna get tail rotor. Oh, it's a little too high. Can we bring it down? Okay, so that's a problem. Fortunately, our helicopter is a little bit too high to put this there, so we're gonna have to bring this down. Should have realized that a little bit before we actually put it down. Let's make sure we can. Okay, we can do it. Okay, so that's perfect. We'll just put it there. We're just gonna adjustments in. Okay. Get this wedge. Boom, boom. Perfect. And we're actually just gonna put this on neutral. Oh, there it is. Got 8 blades, why not? Make it look a little bit nicer. Oh, that's not right. like that. Perfect. And we're actually going to delete that. We're gonna get our wedge piece. And boom. So far, so good. Now we're gonna leave that piece smooth. We don't have that, but yeah, it adds a little more character to it as we. So let's get to it. So we're gonna get a PID to start with. We're gonna obviously input everything. So, it's constant. So we don't actually have any throttle for some reason because I didn't put one down. But we'll put some throttle in here. Put a throttle lever right about there. Same color. Looks good. And then we're going to throw it into the, I believe this is the desired value to. I'm gonna guess is that, and because we're processing the RPS of the engine, and then the control output is gonna be the throttle. And this is the one thing you want to memorize: is the fade output. That is the fit output. And I always like to set it to 150. The max volume. And then what we're actually gonna do here is do a little bit of work in the cockpit. And we're gonna place it there like that. So this is kind of like us building an overhead for a cockpit. And then what we're actually gonna do here, we're gonna be smart and paint these blocks like that. First thing we're gonna do is bring back our what is it? It's like a compass. Bring back the compass, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint green. We're gonna have a nice green tone. And actually, before we add this, we're gonna add it like that. This is gonna be our this will be our for our spoilers here. I don't really care for fuel tanks for now. What we'll do is our fuel tank is gonna be just blue, and we'll keep it as Unity jet fuel. We're just gonna keep a small tank for now, and most important part is getting the rotor situated. So what we're gonna do here is delete this, even though it's important right now, it's in the way. So. And of course, it is not just we got T-piece and then pipe. Okay, perfect. This is, length on that. You want always on negative 8 blades. And then what we're gonna do next is connect everything to the gyro. The gyro. Put the gyro like right about here. And the gyro is gonna be activated pressing. We'll do our trigger, and then 1 will be our starter. For now, we'll do some actual like work with our do some work with it, like using microcontrollers in the future to actually make this thing actually work. So right now, I don't want to get into it too much. I kind of want to see this thing fly, get it to work, all that kind of stuff. Okay. This will be the first part of this like whole thing, is actually getting this thing to actually work and getting it, you know. So we're gonna connect it up, down. The pitch is like WS. Then yaw is kind of like your left, right, and then roll is 80. Yeah, so that sounds about right. That's usually after the right is your cap. So we get that settled. We're gonna take this thing for flight. Hopefully everything works. So this thing can fly. It's gonna start. Perfect. Okay, so we got some engine. Alright. Let's start. We're also gonna turn on our auto hover. Let's see, why are we spinning? Alright, well. She does fly. A little sensitive, I'll say, but the point of the game here is, what we're trying to do here is get some good suspension. Let's see if she flies. Alright, here we go. Oh, it does fly. That's the best part about this. And, as you can see, the cockpit's pretty bland right now. It's pretty much nothing. Alright, but yeah, yeah, it's pretty much what I wanted. Not much to say about it. I mean, it's not done yet. It looks really stupid. The front is really elongated. But other than that, it looks pretty good. It's like a really big Airbus, like a big forehead, like a beluga. It's too modern for what it's supposed to be, but hopefully when we work on this thing in the future, it'll be a little worse. I'm gonna come here and test this landing capabilities on our rough terrain. See the suspension. Okay, so you saw that. Suspension was fine. We're gonna test it again. As you can see, it works pretty good. Yeah. So far, so good. There's a chance for it to tip over, so we're gonna have to watch out for that. Let's just quickly try to touch down on this thing. We are shut down the engine, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's got big tires. Yeah, it's pretty tall. Probably the tallest helicopter I ever made. I like it actually so far. It's turning out pretty well. Looks a little goofy, but not all helicopters are supposed to look beautiful. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this quick segment of this little mini series I'll be hopefully posting regularly about. Thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next one. So, good night and good day to whoever's watching. See ya.